This was a question I took from the LWA pre-level mock exam, which was held back in May 2025. I took this question because I think most of you would have forgot that I previously uploaded a similar question. Okay, so let's do it. Consider parallelogram ABCD. Points P and Q are located on the diagonal BD such that DP is equals to DQ. So all the data in this question is marked in this diagram. So we don't have anything to mark. Prove the triangle ADQ. Let me mark that. We are asking triangle ADQ. That means this triangle is congruent to triangle CDP. Okay. So they want us to show that these two triangles are congruent. First of all, I recommend when doing a geometry question, without start writing, just zoom in your, I can zoom in the screen, the digital document, but you can't zoom your O-level exam paper. Go closer to your question, or if it's a simple diagram, just quickly draw a big diagram in your book or the paper, and then try to read the diagram. We have to prove these two triangles are congruent. So we know that we have methods side angle side, SAS, SSS, AAS, and RHS. By looking at this, we can take a slight guess that RHS won't come here. They haven't told us. They haven't told us that this is not 90, but we can take a small guess. RHS won't be coming here. Okay, and then we have the three other options in here. So let us look at the data which they have given us. First, we know that DQ is equals to PB. So we have one side. Okay. Then we know AD is equals to BC by opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. So we have another side. Okay. So we can show that these both sides are equal. If we show that, we can use SSS, but we also can show easily that this angle is equals to this angle. How come? Alternate angles. These both are parallel lines. Look here carefully. Let me erase the unwanted data and show that carefully. See, this is a parallel line over here. A parallel line. And there's another parallel line. And you have it connected like this. My lines are crooked, but imagine those are straight lines. See, you have a pair of alternate angles. So those both angles are equal. So using this information, now we know that we can prove these two triangles are congruent using essays. If you ask me, is this a very hard question? Like, no, it's a very easy geometry question to understand and get some confidence for some students. So prove ADQ is congruent to triangle CDP. First of all, be polite and write the triangles. Triangle ADQ and triangle CBP. Don't just start off and write to start proving. Just give some intro to the scenario. Then from triangle ADQ, you have triangle ADQ, you can tell AD is equals to, before AD we'll start with the data which they have given. DQ is equals to PB. DQ is equals to PB. Why? They have given. Okay, then you can tell AD is equals to BC. AD is equals to BC. Why? Because it's the opposite sides of a parallelogram. You can tell opposite sides of a parallelogram. Hurry. So next we show the angle which is ADQ. ADQ is equals to PB or PBC. We can tell CBP anyway. Okay, you can tell this. alternate angles. Correct. So you have one side, another side, and in between those sides you have the angle. Now in this question, always remember, just because you have a pair of angles and two sides doesn't make it congruent. Let's say that this angle and this angle is equal. This doesn't make it congruent. You, I think you must know by doing papers for this long, having 30 days, almost 30 days for your exam. You must know that SAS, side angle side, in that the angle must be included in between the sides. Okay, it must be relevant. Okay, so this is alternate angles. So from this you can tell triangle ADQ is congruent to triangle CBP SAS. Okay, so next, prove triangle ABQ. Triangle ABQ, which is this one, is congruent to triangle CDP. CDP is this triangle. Okay, let us look closer. What are the things we have to prove? Let me first get these things off. You know the triangles. What are the triangles? So first thing, an easy data which we have is one side because we know that AB is equals to CD because they are opposite sides of a parallelogram. Okay, and we also know that ABD angle is equals to BDC angle because they are alternate angles. Okay, and another thing you can do is this side. Look here carefully. They have already told that. Let me erase these two for you to get a clear idea. They have already told that dP is equals to dQ. It's a given data. Can you see that dP plus PQ is this. dP plus PQ is the side of this triangle and dQ plus QP or dQ plus PQ is the side of the other triangle. This is a common area for both triangles while these both are equal. So we can use axioms to prove that this side and this side is equal. So let us do it in the proving part. Let us now go to the question, go to the answering. Okay, so we start Roman number 2. Triangle ABQ and triangle CDP. Okay, so in triangle ABQ, we tell AB is equals to CD, opposite sides of a parallelogram. Okay, then we tell ABQ. ABQ angle is equals to CDP angle. CDP angle. What's the reason? Alternate angles. Okay, and then we finally go to prove this side part. So first we tell, we follow the data which they have given us. Okay, we tell that dP equals to dQ. We tell given because that's the data which they have given us. Now to the side dP, we go and add. This is the important step which most of them try to get confused. dP, to the side dP, we add PQ. And to the side dQ also, we add PQ. This is axioms. Okay, BP plus PQ equals DQ plus PQ. So what's BP plus PQ? This is BP, this is BP, this is PQ. What is BP plus PQ? It is BQ. Okay, so it's BQ. Next, it's telling DQ plus PQ. DQ plus PQ. What's that side? It's DP equals DP. Okay, so now you have one side which is equal, an angle which is included in between the sides, and another side which is equal. So you can then finalize and tell triangle ABQ is congruent to triangle CDP using the congruency case SAS. This is how easily, see how easily you can prove the congruence of two triangles. Okay, so the final part, prove that the line segment AQ is parallel to PC. That means they are asking us to prove that AQ line is parallel to PC line. They are asking us to prove this. One easy thing we can do is, we can tell that this angle over here, let me zoom and explain it to you. Okay, we can tell that let this angle be X. Okay, then because we proved it in the first part that these two triangles are congruent. These two triangles are congruent. We can tell that corresponding elements of congruent triangle, this is also X. Okay, so this part becomes 180 minus X. This part also becomes 180 minus X. Then aren't these two angles equal? Aren't these forming alternate angles? Aren't these line two parallel? So using this concept, you can prove the two lines are parallel. So let us start proving. Let me prove. Let me prove it in this site by erasing this, so I don't have to scroll every time. So part 3, we have already proved the congruency. We have already proven the congruency for these two triangles. So using corresponding elements of congruent triangles, we can tell that this angle is equals to this angle. So therefore, alternate angles are equal. So this line becomes parallel easily. So AQ becomes parallel to PC easily. Okay. So we can tell problem number 3, AQP is equals to QPC. Okay. Corresponding elements of congruent triangle scalar. You write the reason. Okay. Then you therefore tell. Therefore, AQ is parallel to PC because you can tell alternate angles are equal. Simple as that. Okay. So this is how you easily prove a geometry question like this and get the full 10 marks within 10 minutes. I think you can do this question within 10 minutes, maximum 10 minutes, easily 10 marks. Okay. See you in another video. Bye bye.